You could have seen this one coming. Dr. Seuss is one of the world's most beloved children's authors. He's an American, but his books were written before 2008, so it was inevitable that somebody in academia was going to call them racist. And that, of course, is exactly what happened. A new academic study argues that, quote, racism spans across the entire Seuss collection, the oeuvre. The study says it's a myth that books like Horton Hears a Who and The Sneetches, which are actually against racism, promote tolerance. The chief argument is that Seuss's characters are too male and they have the wrong skin colors, whatever those are. Author and columnist Mark Stein joins us tonight. What? They have the wrong skin colors? What were the skin colors in Dr. Seuss?
That's right. They've done a survey and concluded that only 2% of the characters in Dr. Seuss are persons of color, and they find this problematic. I actually find the word problematic because it's become a way of, for social justice warriors to label anything they don't like without actually engaging in it with it in any coherent way. And so there may be all kinds of reasons why only 2% of characters in Dr. Seuss are persons of color. There's not a lot of same-sex marriage in Jane Austen. There are very few Muslims in P.G. Wodehouse. Authors generally are entitled to write about the characters they want to write about. If you talk with living novelists, for example, the best-selling American novelist Lionel Shriver told me last year that because she writes about characters who are not middle-aged white women like herself, she gets accused of cultural appropriation. So if a white woman writes in the voice of a black man, she's culturally appropriating. If a thin person writes in the voice of the obese, they're culturally appropriating. So you can't win either way. And what these vandals, cultural vandals, are doing now are basically trying to make us live in a permanent year zero, as they called it in Cambodia, where we have no cultural inheritance and we're just bobbing around in the flotsam and the jetsam of a hyper-present tense, which is no way to live.
No art is being created right now. It's crap.
No.
Literally, because it can't be. Okay, I got to ask about this story. I thought of you and I read this morning. So the world's best bridge player apparently just got busted for doping. His name is Greg Hegelmo. Right. He was suspended by the World Bridge Federation after a test found elevated testosterone levels. Bridge, of course, not typically associated with home run records. Are you surprised, Storm, there's doping in bridge?
No, absolutely not. Bridge is renowned for the use of performance-enhancing drugs. All these guys, everybody's grandma is on steroids and testosterone in these bridge fours. Down at the Elks Lodge. It's terrible. I had a problem with it too. I was playing solitaire with myself when I realized I'd taken performance-enhancing drugs. You can't get through all these. You go to any senior center in Florida, and traces of urine are being found in their drug samples all the time. This is the way. This is just the world we live in now. Performance-enhancing drugs for bridge fours. We've come to that's why it's pouring across the border, because we have to.
Anabolic steroids and shuffleboard. That's next.
Yeah.
I'm totally convinced. Mark Stein, the best. Always great to see you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Tucker.